Hi, this is How to Get Your Shit Together with me, Sue Wright. Well, it's been a very long time since I recorded a podcast, and I apologise, but that is the thing that I know I needed to do, was just to take a step back and try and get my mind, heart, body, soul back into some kind of normality. It's been a struggle. It's still a struggle. I know it's 6 weeks or so since the horses passed away. But, you know, they were such a huge part of my life. And the biggest thing for me is that, several things that I'm going to share with you today, is that basically my shit that I had together was completely blown apart. Because everything I've worked towards for the last decade and more has just gone. You know, there doesn't seem to be any sense in it anymore. And that, for me, is really hard. For somebody that's managed to keep everything in check, to keep organised, to keep working towards a goal, to keep having plans and schemes and dreams for such a long time, for it all to kind of just implode has been a struggle. You know, I'm going to be honest, it has been a struggle. So what have I done? Oh, blimey. I've done pretty much everything and anything. I've got busy. I was tidying stuff, selling stuff of the horses, getting myself organised, or I thought I was. In reality, you know, yes, it was something I needed to do. I needed to be out there. I needed to be near them. But in reality, I just kind of put a lid on it, and that came to bite me on the backside because I started to have the odd panic attack again. And that happened earlier in the year when I lost one of my dogs. And I just thought, right, I'm going to Google this. I'm going to see if there's a reason for it. And lo and behold, panic attacks are a part of the grieving process, or more specifically, when you don't allow yourself to grieve. And that led me on to some other stuff. I'm sorry, I'm waffling today, but you're just going to have to bear with me. Because I realised two things. I realised that I didn't like being vulnerable, which is how grief makes me feel. I don't like that vulnerability particularly. But I know it's something I have to move through, I have to process, I have to unpack it in order to move forward. So that's one aspect of it, is the vulnerability. The other thing, you see, my brain's gone completely to mush and I can't actually remember what the other thing is now. But yeah, the vulnerability, I didn't like that at all, really didn't like it. And not having a direction, that really threw me as well. You know, really kind of not having a purpose anymore. Just threw me completely. You know, it's just random. You know, I'm not used to being that way. So yeah, actually acknowledging things, acknowledging that I need to be vulnerable for a while, and acknowledging that I need to be this way is just part of the process. I've remembered what I was going to say now. The other aspect of it is that I didn't realise how much I don't relax particularly well. I used to relax. Sorry. So, you know, I realised that I used to relax and let go with the horses. That was it. That was the main time that was my downtime, if you like. Cool. Wasn't expecting that. So yeah, acknowledging that, you know, I need to find another way of doing that is another biggie. Obviously, talking on podcasts is one of it. But yeah, you know, it's just all these things. It's been a learning curve. Not one I want to go through again, but it's been a learning curve. But yeah, I just realised that, you know, there was so much more to having them. Yeah, there was just so much more to having them than just having horses. You know, I'm not going to say they're my therapist, because I hate that. I hate people. I don't hate, hate's a strong word. I don't encourage people to go and weep and wail on their horses' shoulders. But they were my reason for chilling out, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's move this on a bit, because otherwise you're just going to have me sobbing for ages. So what have I done? Like I said, I've taken the time I needed to take. I've unpacked things. I've realised that definitely here is not my my soul place to be. You know, it wasn't before, but it certainly isn't now. So what did I do? At the grand old age of 51, I bought myself an enormous motorhome, an RV, because I just have this need, I feel this urge to go and figure out where I need to be. I know it's not here. The only way to really kind of figure it out is to go and just drive and find and see and adventure. It's not, don't get excited, it's not one of these hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of RVs. It is a very geriatric RV, motorhome. But it felt right, so I did it. It's currently being checked over and serviced and whatnot, and is going to be ready for adventures soon, so watch this space. Because I think sometimes, you know, when you don't know what to do, really tune into what your gut's telling you to do, and then address it in whatever manner you feel you want to, or you can. So for me, I've got the dogs. I can't just jump on a plane. Well, I could, but I'm not going to leave them. They're an important part of my life. So the only way to go on adventures overseas was to, buy this big motorhome. So watch this space. In fact, I'll tell you which direction I'm going and you can get off the road because it's huge. So I've done that. I've stepped back from work. I haven't done any for ages. I've been back into writing a course. But it is just, when you're in the pickle, it's just rest when you need to rest. Address what you need to address. You know, see what comes up. Allow yourself the quietness to start to hear the nudges that are being sent your direction. So, like I say, the nudges for me were to do this podcast today. That was a big nudge. And obviously it was needed because I felt like the emotions were being trapped. I wasn't letting them out. So it's obviously been needed to sort of allow things to flow again because, you know, the grief doesn't stop. You need to keep processing it. So when you're in a pickle, sometimes just resting, chilling, doing nothing is the way forward. Something I've found really helpful and beneficial is to start doing some more work on the energy work. So I had some Reiki yesterday. That's probably why I'm shattered today. I had some Reiki yesterday. I've been doing some chakra balancing stuff off YouTube. That's been really helpful. So it is just, you know, starting to move forward, because the danger is when life throws you an utter shitstorm is that you just go into hiding. I'm all for saying that you need to stop and process and rest and work through it. But the danger is, and that's what I was feeling today, was that if I wasn't careful, I was going to slip into a depression and stagnate and not go forward at all. So that's why I have picked up my microphone today and started recording this. So give yourself time, but don't stay there too long. Become aware of when it's gone from resting to hiding, if you like, or resting to can't be bothered. Yeah, that's where I was at, was getting into that can't be bothered, and that's when I knew I needed to do something. So I have, like I say, started with these podcasts. Sorry if this is a bit dull. I'll promise that I will get back on track very soon. But it's actually probably a good thing because, you know, when I was talking to you before, I had my shit together. Now, my shit is scattered to the four corners of the universe. So now it is a case of regrouping. So don't go off and buy a motorhome just because I did. Well, you're more than welcome to. They're quite funky. But it is just start to process. What do I need to do? Where do I need to start? What steps can I take? So for me, it's been unpacking things and letting the emotions flow. And then, like I say, just starting to now drag myself, wind myself back up again so that I can move forwards, because otherwise I'm going to stagnate. So lovely talking with you again, guys. I will speak to you very soon. Lots of love as always. Bye bye.